Welcome to Alchemy Wizard. I'm Tom. Today we're going to learn how to make quartz water. Yep, we're going to learn how to make quartz colloidal nanoparticles. Now, I just want you to say that 10 times and see if you can do it. Quartz colloidal nanoparticles. It's not easy. Now, quartz water goes back a long time. I've been using quartz water for as long as I can remember. It's probably one of the first alchemical things that I've ever done. So let's talk about it. What is quartz water? Well, quartz water first is made from quartz crystals. This big honking guy here is a quartz crystal. And you can get them online, all different sizes. This is a big guy. We're not going to use this big guy to make our quartz water, but it is an impressive looking crystal. Now, inside these crystals is an piezoelectric current, and that's what's going to help us to create our colloidal nanoparticles in the quartz water. Now, what about the benefits of quartz water? Well, you're not going to really find too many studies on this at all. It's more of an esoteric sort of thing that's been handed down for generations, and basically it gives you vitality and makes you alert. But more than that, it was basically used to purify the water. Somehow the piezoelectric effect of the quartz with the water has a tendency to neutralize the toxic substances in the water. So after water has been treated with quartz water, it tends to taste better, it tends to hydrate better, and be healthier. So, how do we make this stuff? Do you need expensive equipment? Am I going to need a giant plasma arc process? Or, what do we need to do? It's rather simple to make quartz water. And so let's explore how to make quartz water. Now, for this experiment, I had to make quartz water so that I could show you the results. So this quartz water jar that I've been making here, it's right here. I got a little crystal in here. I'll show you in a minute. I took distilled water. I filmed the distilled water, which I'll show you over here. That's what the distilled water that I started with. And I put in a little piece of quartz. I'll show you the size of the quartz. It's about a 1 inch by 2 inch piece of quartz. All right. I put that into the water and let it sit for 24 hours. No electricity, no magic necessary. In fact, I have a pitcher. I have a pitcher which I need to get. Let me get that pitcher. I'll be right back. Okay, here's my pitcher of quartz water. I got a quartz crystal in the bottom of this, and every night before I go to sleep, I fill this up with water. Actually, I fill this up with alkaline water, but you don't actually need to use alkaline water because, believe it or not, the quartz will alkalize the water for you already. Let's take a look at that. Where's my little pH meter here? So with the distilled water, we started at 7.0. And we're going to put the meter in here, and we're going to measure the alkaline rating of this water. Okay, my pH reading is stabilizing. It's down to 8.7, but generally speaking, the quartz water tends to take the 7.0 water and raise it up to about 8.5 to 9, somewhere in between there, which isn't bad, when you have to normally buy an alkalizing machine in order to do that. But what's happening with our quartz water here? The quartz is exciting the water on an electromagnetic level. It's also dumping what I call quartz colloidals in there. Now, I started with a distilled water sample. And the reason I started with a distilled water sample is I wanted to show you the before and after. Because with distilled water, there's absolutely no colloidals in there whatsoever. With tap water, you have some colloidals in there. And I wanted to show you that we definitely got colloidals in here after the crystal has been in there. So you saw the before picture. This is the after picture, or both pictures. And as you can see, that we have quite a lot of colloidals in there. In fact, let me look at that. That is probably between about a 12 parts per million colloidal quartz solution. And you know what? The longer you leave it, the more colloidal content actually that goes in there. And you don't need to make small amounts. Like I said, I got this big pitcher here I fill up every night with my filtered water. Now, you could use distilled water or RO water if you wanted to. Of course, I am not a fan of drinking distilled and RO water, as you might have listened or heard in other shows, because I believe it removes the water is too needy and sucks a lot of nutrients out of your body. But it's really unclear that on this. Did the quartz put more than just the crystals in there? And if it did, well, then maybe it might be possible to just use quartz water to remineralize RO water. I don't know. I do have a video on remineralizing RO or distilled water, so that those of you that are in areas where the water is absolutely horrible, of course you want to strip all the crap out of it, but you do need to put some stuff back in there so that it doesn't strip everything from the body. So let's see what the TDS meter says about our distilled water, which normally should come in at 0 parts per million. Okay, can't see it. I guess I need more batteries in this, but this comes in at 11 parts per million. It's still too low to just drink by itself. Mineralized water, spring mineral water, and remineralized water will be around between 30 and 50 parts per million, and that's okay to drink. But 11 parts per million is a little low for our drinking. But as you can see, it does do some kind of remineralization there. Quite honestly, it's that 11 reading is probably because of the colloidals that are in there, and the colloidal nanoparticles have kind of raised the conductivity of the solution up. But that's just a guess on my part. We're in uncharted territory here. Need some research on this thing. So get to it, guys. All you need is to pick up a little crystal, dump it in there, wait 24 hours, drink your water, you're set. I'm Tom, Alchemy Wizard. I'll talk to you again soon.